lights in the Thunderdome went out, and the game disappeared. Alexa Bliss appeared behind Randy Orton, and then suddenly shot a fireball.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get a look here at wideout A.J. Brown. It was a banner week for him last time out, finishing with 147 yards. It's the Broncos and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight we wrap up Week 11 with a great Monday nighter, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnover. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 91 yards.
And while he may not verbalize it, in his mind, going up against this defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league, he's thinking 200+ in this game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 34. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have the Broncos first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. The Broncos at 4-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape.
And now the rookie screen. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That good for 19 on a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Ritter to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head, because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the
second down, and this one incomplete as well. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DJ Jones able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Matt Gay on 4th field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Gets around him, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Ritter.
And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And while he may not verbalize it, in his mind, going up against this defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league, he's thinking 200+ in this game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Newton now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice time here. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Field goals, all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have the Broncos first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Working from the gun, Ritter. Throw out wide is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
A 51-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front, but a 6-3 game.
Yeah, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. First down, here's Ritter. And hitting Juju on the slant. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Ritter. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Denver has the first down to play, going for 15 yards. Ritter back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Second down throw coming for Ritter. Pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. That one finds Pierce right side. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Kalijah Kancey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Here's Newton now on second down. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Newton now to throw. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Here's the occasional ball carrier. It's Taysom Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are back within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
The fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Ritter from the gun. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard
out of the gun, here's Ritter. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Ritter with it after the play fake. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers'
him, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers ready to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Ritter on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st down, Ritter. And that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
4-yard attempt.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was a terrific first half from the former Cincinnati man, Desmond Ridder. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Newton. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Matt Ioannidis bowling his way in and sticking him to the turf.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. No gain, and it's second down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Ritter to throw it. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Ritter. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
1st and 10, Taylor now. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Michael Pittman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. Ritter back to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. A beautiful fake. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 107 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Newton's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. That's complete right side to Lazard. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. 17-yard line.
Newton throwing again. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Justin Jefferson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Broncos 20.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Garden would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Man open left side is Brown. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ritter. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers 20.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. That is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A give for Taylor running right side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
and what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. On 1st down, Ritter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Ritter now. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Ritter.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about was on the field. Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here's Ritter. Touchdown! A.J. Brown. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Touchdown and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Chargers now down 27-24. A minute 50 to play. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Newton to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now Newton. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Newton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. Now it's Newton. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He's back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded right at the goal line. And still fighting. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
9 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Newton to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They're going to run with Taysom Hill. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's a win here for the LA Chargers, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for the Chargers, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.